Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with a beautiful dot mandala in this board. In this video, I'm going to discuss an important message that is real strategy for Instagram. I'm keeping brass dot in the center. I'm keeping tiny brass dots. I'm keeping green C dots. In this video, what I want to discuss with you is how to use reels to attract the right audience for your art, whether it is for selling your art or for selling your courses. I'm keeping tiny dots in brass. Now I want all of you to imagine this. You are holding the art that you have created in your hands with a sad face, thinking that no one is buying or no one is joining my courses, or whatever may be the other kind of feelings that you have, but you are looking sad. And suddenly there are DMs like, how can I buy this art? Your art looks so good. How can I learn this from you? Imagine if you have lot of DMs like that and your face immediately changes to a smiling one, right? I'm keeping coral dots. To all visual artists, what I really want to say is stop chasing viral views. Instead, focus on converting your followers into your buyers and students. Your views going viral, in a way, it is actually about luck, but conversions, your followers getting converted into buyers and students, is all about strategy, not luck. I'm keeping tiny dots in brass. Sometimes Instagram reel views feels like a lottery. You post a video, it gets 10,000 views. Your followers grow, but your income, it stays the same. Can you relate to this? If yes, have you tried answering the question of why it is happening like that? Because views doesn't pay bills, buyers and students do. I'm keeping brass dots in oval shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you all through the complete Reels strategy where I'll help you to reach wider audience and also convert your audience into buyers and students. And using the strategy that I'm going to share, it not only gets you views, it attracts your dream audience. Basically, the right audience to buy your art and courses. I'm keeping brushstrokes in green sea. Now I'll share 7 steps which I personally use for reels in my Instagram. And all these 7 steps are important. So carefully listen, and if you have a notepad and a pen, keep it next to you. If you do not have one, please pause the video, bring one. Now I'll tell you what is step 1. Step 1 is know your audience before you hit record button to record your artwork. Before you start creating any reel, ask yourself a question. Who is this reel for? Basically, any visual artist have 2 main audiences. So the first type of audience is art lovers and buyers. These are the people who admire your art and want to own one like the one you are creating. The second type of audience, aspiring artists who would like to become your students. Basically, they want to learn from you. I have a most important tip to share with you all at this moment. When you create a reel, customize your reel to speak to only one audience per video. You don't try to speak to both buyers and students. No. Okay, how do I create a buyer focused video? How do I create students focused video? That's a strategy. When you are creating a reel focusing on buyers, maybe in your reel you can showcase your artwork, finished artwork in an aesthetic setup. Or probably you can also talk about the inspiration and emotion behind the piece. You can also show some close up details of your art. If you want to focus on the texture that you have created or symmetry, anything that you want to convey to buyers. When you want to do student focus, you can show a mini tutorial or a brushstroke technique. A single brushstroke technique. You need not show multiple things in one reel. You can share behind the scenes. Probably you can share how do you prepare your desk, or you can share how your desk becomes messy when you create, or what are the things you do after the artwork is created. I'm keeping brass dots in oval shape. Okay, why does this buyer focused reels or student focused reel strategy work? Because when your ideal audience will see it, the content that is specifically meant for them, they feel seen, it becomes easily relatable to them, and they tend to engage. Step 2 is use my 3E framework for every single reel. I'm keeping brushstrokes in coral. Now, what are these 3 E's? Educate, entertain, empower. Okay, 3 is educate, empower, and entertain. And how do I educate? How do I empower? How do I entertain? Let me break it down for you. When I say educate, you need to position yourself as an expert. For example, you can make reels like 3 mistakes beginners make in a dot mandala. Or you can also say, why is your dot not looking symmetrical? Fix this particular tool. And you can also say, here is how I price my artwork. Get to know my strategy. Use clear visuals. Use simple words, no jargons. And keep it under 30 seconds for a good number of views and amazing engagement. And the second one is to entertain, which means you need to grab the attention and you should help audience stop the scrolling. For example, reels like expectation and reality of selling your first artwork. You can also use trending audio and some funny caption about the common artist struggles. Common struggles. The third one is empowering. You basically inspire action and positive beliefs in your audience. For example, you can make reels about I started with 0 followers and now I have taught, let's say, 100 plus students online. And you can make reels like from self doubt to self made. So you can show that self doubt to self made. Here is my journey in 15 seconds. Finish off the reel in 15 seconds. And you can also make a reel on, you don't need a fancy big art studio. All you need is courage. Trust me, millions of people will relate to these kind of reels. You add a voiceover to all these reels, preferably with your own voice, however you think your voice is. Use your own voice. Nothing can be more powerful than that. And you also write caption that speaks directly to the heart of your audience. Step 3 is use this trio format. What I mean by trio format is hook, value adding content, and a CTA. Just like your stories, your reels need a proper structure too. Okay, the hook part is the first 3 seconds. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So make the first impression first in the first 3 seconds. And you need to grab the attention fast. Maybe you can use some pain points for that is commonly there for the artists. Tired of your dots looking messy? Or maybe you can use a transformational caption like, watch this blank MDF board turning into an art piece. Or maybe you can add a number. Watch this blank MDF turning into a 10,000 rupee artwork. I'm keeping brass dots. See, the middle portion can be 5 to 15 seconds. Deliver your value in that 15 seconds time. You can show the process of your artwork with fast cut, time lapse, and all of that. You talk directly into the camera if you are showing your face, and add text overlays for the clarity. And next is the CTA part. I'm keeping green C dots now. And in the CTA part, tell them what should they do next. Maybe they are your right audience. Most of the right audience, they actually do not know what to do next. So it is your responsibility to guide them. Maybe you can say, you want to learn this technique? DM learn and I'll help you. You can also say, drop a heart if you would like to see more tutorials from me. Or you can say, there is a link in my bio, join my internship for artists. Some kind of a CTA, meaningful and purposeful CTA. CTA is call to action. So, meaningful and purposeful CTA will help you interact with your right audience, and the interaction may lead to buyers and students. Step 4 is use hashtags and captions strategically. Fine, you can keep 30 hashtags in every post, but that doesn't mean you have to use all the 30. You need 5 to 10 most used hashtags, or probably I would say smart ones that attract the right crowd towards you. Probably your hashtag can say hashtag learn mandala, hashtag artists on Instagram, or hashtag mandala teacher, hashtag home decor. or you can say hashtag art for home. So basically, your hashtags must be meaningful, smart ones, which will help you attract the right crowd. I'm keeping tiny dots in brass, and you need to use captions that create conversions. So instead of writing, look what I made, so everybody will look. After that, what? So, what you can do is instead of writing, look what I made, you can say, want to hang this in your living room? Or maybe you can say, this took 14 hours for me to create. Do you think it is worth? It's absolutely based on the caption that people decide whether to comment or not. So don't waste it. You need to batch create 4 types of reels every week. So type 1 is tutorial reels, and the goal is to attract students. Probably something like how to do perfect dot layering. And the another reel to showcase your artwork with a goal to attract a buyer. And what you can do in that reel is maybe if you have created any big dot mandala, let's say 36 inches. So you can show that 36-inch dot mandala with close-up details. You can create BTS reels behind the scenes. And these behind the scenes will help you build trust. I'm keeping coral dots. And then you can create storytelling reels, which helps to build connection. Maybe you can talk about how did you become a full-time artist from having a full-time job. Batch record 4 reels every weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday. Fix up a day. You don't do like this week I'll do it on Saturday, the next week I'll do it on Sunday, this week it will be Saturday morning, next week it is Saturday afternoon. No, fix up a time, stick to the time. And these kind of reels, when you batch create with all these goals in mind, to attract students, to attract buyers, to build connection, to gain trust. And these kind of reels can be repurposed into your stories later. So initially they'll be posted as reels and later they can become stories. In your reels, use voiceover and text to speech. You're not comfortable showing your face? No problem, no worries. I'll share some strategies that you can follow. Voice over your painting strategies, painting process, and talk about your inspiration. That's possible, right? And use text to speech. That creates a lot of engagement. Or you can combine a background music with time lapse and educational text overlays too. So this way, the camera shy artists can still build visibility, connection, trust. They can attract buyers, they can attract students. Anything is possible. I'm keeping tiny dots in brass. Step 7, we are going to discuss about how reels can get you conversions and that results in sales. You're not making reels for entertainment. You're making reels for conversions. Every reel should include a DMCTA. It can be like DM me the word dot if you want to learn this technique, or DM me the word intern if you want to join my internship program, or you can say you want to own this painting, DM me the word buy. So then use a DM script. You need to address all the DMs properly also, right? So you must have a DM script prepared and ready much before you get DMs. Maybe the response to any DM may be like, "Hi, thanks for reaching out. Are you interested in buying art or you want to join the courses?" I'm keeping brass dots in oval shape. Now, once you respond to those DMs with your DM script, you can lead them to your classes or your courses, or you can lead them to art sale, depending on what they respond. So, let me give you a quick recap about Instagram Reels formula for visual artists. Number one, you need to know your audience. And number two, you need to know 3E strategy: educate, entertain, empower. And number three, use this hook, value add, and CTA formula. And number four, use strategic hashtags and caption. And number five, batch record 4 types of reels every single week. And number six, use voiceovers or text to speech if you're camera shy. And number seven, convert views into conversations and conversations into buyers or students. I'm keeping brushstrokes in green sea. Now I want all of you to listen. Going viral is not our goal. Creating connection, gaining trust, and converting them into buyers and students is our goal. If you need help in building not just an art page but an art business, I invite you to join my internship program. You will learn how to use reels, stories, carousels, static posts to attract right buyers and students. And you will also learn how to build powerful Instagram profile that turns your views into income. You will get my mentorship on pricing, selling, and teaching your art. Most importantly, you can join a community of artists who are on the same journey. WhatsApp me the word intern. My number is there in the description of the video, and I'll share all the details about the program. Or you can go to my Instagram profile, click the link in my bio. If you are serious about turning your art into a brand, business, and income, this is your next step. I'll keep some more brushstrokes in green sea. I'll keep brass dots in oval shape. I'll keep brushstrokes in coral. I'll keep some more brush strokes in coral. I'll keep some brass dots. I'm sure this dot mandala came out really well and the message that I shared is useful to all of you. Thank you for watching.